Welcome to best and worst videos of 2023. Man, it feels so good to go through another year of SML videos and ranking the best and the worst ones. I'm not gonna lie, man, it feels very weird doing this without the one who shall not be named former creator, but I'm not gonna get into any details and I'm not gonna talk about him anymore. So let's just continue. So how would I describe SML 2023? A lot more interesting than last year. The show has changed drastically, I would say, with having the most bizarre plots imaginable. A lot of forgettable videos, I will say. There are plenty of videos this year, out of 160 of them, that I just do not remember off the top of my head. The videos that do stand out either are a bit more unique or they do something very interesting. And the videos that are very annoying, frustrating, boring, those videos stick out as being some of the worst, but there has been plenty of forgettable videos this year. In fact, I'll make a separate video where I rank all the mad videos. And lastly, this year has been very meta heavy. SML has gone out the deep end of making a lot of fourth wall breaks, from how they don't care about the show, to them acknowledging the fact that Rose is hated, to going out of their way to make fun of the fans. This year has been incredibly meta heavy, but I'll talk about it in a bit. But now we're gonna rank the top best and worst videos of SML 2023. All of these videos are my opinion, and if you disagree with me, that's perfectly okay, but just don't be a dick about it. Anyway, let's get to ranking. Alright, I already talked about this one in the top 10 worst Brooklyn Guy videos, so I'll just make this quick. But anybody else remember Brooklyn Guy's obsession with deriding Jimmy Butler and how one-dimensional that character trait was? I do not miss that side of his character, and it would suck if they bring it back. But out of all the videos of Brooklyn Guy loving Jimmy Butler, this is the worst one out of all of them. In this video, Brooklyn Guy does nothing but cry himself a pity party. Why? Because Jimmy Butler lost one game. One freaking game. I'm not joking. And the rest of the video is him moaning and whining and won't shut the hell up about it. With a video titled Brooklyn Guy's Depression, you'd think the plot will be something at least a bit more serious. I hate to compare it to Bowser's Depression, but even that video was more interesting for an alright video, because at the very least, Bowser Jr. and Chef Pee Pee wanted to help Bowser, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the video because the plot was stupid with Bowser being depressed over Charlie and Friends getting cancelled. But I will say that video was better than this one. Sometimes I confuse this video with Brooklyn Guy's Guilt, with that video deserving this title since it was about Brooklyn Guy thinking he was responsible for a lot of casualties and he was depressed in that video. But no, Brooklyn Guy just crying over a person losing one basketball game. This episode had no plot, no funny moments. The only part that even remotely got my attention was them breaking character with Karen laughing. This episode was such a snore fest and it takes forever to end because there is nothing interesting going on here. So no doubt videos that always takes place inside the house always tend to be very forgettable. Episodes that takes place at home or on the red couch are generally so forgettable if they don't do anything interesting. But I will say this video was a nice treat, and while not a video I will watch all the time, it's certainly a video I wouldn't mind watching again. Jeffy and Junior want to make some money, so while their parents are out, they decide to turn their house into an Airbnb, letting random people sleep for cash. This new character, I love him so much, and I swear, it might just be me, but I swear he looks like Morris Critical. Anyway, this episode has so many moments I like. I love this new guy, he's so chill and cool about everything. Dude, I died when him and Craig decided to get fucked up. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. And Brooklyn Guy's mom and Simmons, I'm still surprised this relationship is still canon. But wow, for the first time, Brooklyn Guy's mom was actually funny, with saying what she and Simmons were gonna do. Even the sounds heard through the door was something, and Brooklyn Guy's reaction says it all. Even Chef Pee Pee was funny. At first when he was waking up, you think he was gonna bust everybody and tell everyone to go home, but no, he also gets fucked up in the tent. This video was such a delight with changing the house formula a bit and involving other characters into the mix. And they did something a bit unique with the house formula. Another video that had potential, but it was completely ruined by reusing a tiresome cliche, a whole lot of filler, and a pointless ending that made the entire video a waste of time. It's Brooklyn Guy's 27 high school reunion, and he finds out his old high school bully will be there. At first he tries to make amends with them, but then he gets beat up instead. So in a kinda jerkish moment, Marvin sets up a fight with Brooklyn Guy to fight his bully. And then we get introduced to Candy Randy, Rose's 6th fucking ex-boyfriend. What is it with SML adding another seed and Rose thought Olympics medal? I am so tired of this. And Candy Randy is not even memorable or interesting in the least. He's a boxer, but nowhere as heartwarming and sweet as D-Money was, and he will never be like him. Also, Candy Randy has the honor of the most annoying voice the show has ever given. Why does nigga sound like Pockets from Def Jam? No, seriously, listen.
Over here.
Oh, my bad. I was just reminiscing how I used to make her my Cadbury cream egg.
I'm gonna take your life and your money. Told you that was coming. Didn't I? Didn't I?
To cheat his way to win, Brooklyn Guy decides to poison Randy, but predictably he poisons himself, and then he loses the fight. Shocker. This video could have been semi-redeemed if Brooklyn Guy fought him and won the fight, but because Brooklyn Guy lost the fight, what in the world was the point? This video was wasted with so much filler, like 3 Nintendo animations and looking through the yearbook, and no surprise, paralyzed Brooklyn Guy cannot fight. And Randy is a character I'm not gonna remember. What a waste of an episode. I don't know the general consensus of this video, but out of all the FNAF videos, this one is the most story driven and best one for me. FNAF 1 and 2 weren't bad, but they aren't as interesting. It's just jump scares after jump scares, which is kind of the point, but even then, it takes forever to get to the point. And FNAF 4 is by far the scariest one. It was such an intense atmosphere throughout. But FNAF 3, it has an actual story and it has actual accurate lore to the third game in series. The video starts like a typical FNAF video, but Brooklyn Guy feeds everybody mushroom-laced pizza, and then they're attacked by the Phantom animatronics. At the same time, Springtrap gets loose. Also, how did Brooklyn manage to turn the burned building into a horror attraction in one day? But then it turns out that Springtrap was Mr. Winkle? And dude, I wish this was the plot twist of Jeffy's 19th birthday, of David being the villain, not Nancy. But when this twist happened, I swear my jaw was dropped the whole time. With him being the William Afton of the universe, it's just so good. A good blend of a more original story while using some of the lore from the games. This is what I like to see when Logan adds more creativity into his videos. If he did this more outside of just the FNAF videos, I promise we would not have that much of a problem. This was a very good video with some good lore. Now some criticisms I have is the first half, which the other videos being no stranger to filler and too much build up. And my last point is that I kinda wish it stuck with the David Winkle thing a bit more, because all we got from him is just one long backstory and then the video just quickly ends. I kinda wish we stuck with the second half a bit more. Man, this video was nothing but filler galore. Nothing but filler. After Goodman brings over another item from Mario to hold on to, this time his cat, the cat goes under the drawer and won't come out. Now, obviously, the most sane option would be to, I don't know, lift up the drawer and get him out, but that wouldn't make the video 13 minutes long. So we have to do the most unnecessary, most time-consuming thing like getting high on catnip. Now, already that was a gag from another video, but while it served a small part of the plot in Jeffy's medical problem, even that joke was abused 3 times in that video. But this time, the gag was nothing but filler's sake. And then they end up killing the cat. And it's a personal thing, but I get very uncomfortable with the cat sound effects of it getting tortured every time. Just, ugh. Even after they end up killing the cat, the video still continues for like another 3 minutes for some reason. Why? This video was terrible for having the most easy solution to the plot ever, but extending the video with so much pointlessness, and the ending was just unnecessarily dark. So yeah, this video sucked. So I have a small confession to make, but I swear sometimes I get this video confused with Jeffy Plays Basketball, because it's the second time they play basketball in the exact same court with the exact same cast of characters, except Will, he's the newest character. But side note aside, I love this video. We have a sports episode and a small movie parody. I never seen Air Bud, but I heard about it. But ignoring the movie parody, it's still a funny SML video. After Junior and friends think Cody's dog is Air Bud, they record a video of him scoring. Brooklyn Guy meanwhile has a team of horrible basketball players when poor Poobie breaks his leg. Seeing the dog video, he replaces Poobie with the dog. The cast playing themselves again was funny, just like in the T-Ball Championship. Also, all year, the quote of Will saying, boss, that's a cat. It makes me laugh so much. Also, shout out to Will. I do love his characters and how funny he is, and I am a fan whenever he shows up. Also, damn, he's tall. I will say, while the video wasn't hilariously laugh out loud funny, it is indeed entertainingly silly, and it does stand out as being a pretty good sports video since they are actually playing the game and is somewhat engaging with the puppets versus the humans. So honestly, a good sports video. This video is actually a sequel to the most cash cow video Logan ever made. Anybody else remember Cody's favorite game? Everybody loved that video for being the most subtle ad in existence, and totally not a clickbait way for Logan to be greedy, right? Man, 2018 was not a good year for him. This video is just a 10-minute ad for Genshin Impact. Not sponsored, don't sue me. This video isn't even Logan playing the game, and he just watches the video about it. And I'll be honest, Genshin Impact isn't even a game I will promote for everyone. It's mostly for specific types of players. Even as a semi-RPG fan, I still wouldn't play it. They even did a similar joke like Cody's favorite game with them showing all the money they probably got from doing the sponsor. It's really a shame with the way this show has become. It's honestly kinda tear-jerking sometimes. Just Logan flexing his money with all the sponsorship, and rightfully so. It suffered a similar fate of being hated by everybody for being a misleading SML video. I can't wait for Logan to do Raid Shadow Legends sometime. Please don't. An actual subvert of expectations to one of the most overused SML plots, thank God! Remember those endless amounts of plots of Goodman bringing something to Mario to hold on to, and pretty much something always bad happens to it? I mean hell, Goodman's cat is one of those videos from this year. This is, if I believe, the 12th time they did this plot of Goodman showing up to give Mario something, and I was not a fan of Jeffy's laptop or Jeffy Recycles or Goodman's dog, but this one, I love this one so much, probably the best one out of them all. A big sigh of relief. When the video started with Goodman handing Mario the contract, I kinda groaned thinking here we go again, and it did start off exactly what I was thinking with the contract getting destroyed immediately. But everything changed when it's revealed Goodman and this guy set up a dare to see how long Mario can keep the paper intact. It's so satisfying to see even the show realize how often they did this, and knowing this is all a bet and seeing it in both Mario and Goodman's perspective, it makes it so much more interesting. Admittedly, the beginning was terrible with Jeffy doing random stuff and then leaving, and Rose being a bitch was enough to raise my blood pressure a bit, and Rose did make the problem worse and took no responsibility, but thank God Marvin told her to fuck off. But other than that, this episode was nice, and the ending, Mario actually wins in the end and gets paid for his service. Mario almost never wins nowadays. Can we please get more videos like this when Mario wins in the end? This episode was a nice spin on the cliche, and it was creative about it, and it had a satisfying ending. This video has a rather interesting history as it was announced in September in the Who Built the Pyramids video. After that announcement, the video went radio silent for a month with people wondering what happened to the video. I remember Super Mario Nick especially was so hyped to see how this would play out. Admittedly, Brooklyn Guy the Waiter wasn't good, but seeing how this episode especially played out, I knew SML would hate it. And I'm sorry Nick, but your reaction was funny. It says it all. One giant disappointment. Just like how Brooklyn Guy the Waiter was a disappointment of a video. So let's get the elephant out the room. Brooklyn Guy. This year, he has debatably been his worst ever on the show, with his character being an active man-child, and this video especially inspired me to make my worst Brooklyn Guy video. With him being bratty about wanting food, choosing Karen's food for her and getting mad at the smallest things, rushing for his food to come is so annoying. Aside from him, the video has other issues like misleading titles since Cody works at Red Lobster for like 2 minutes and the rest of the video is at home, and pointless filler like Brooklyn Guy having a backstory that contributes nothing. But the biggest issue, ironically, is Cody. He is so out of character and is really stupid in this video. He works at Red Lobster and then he acts surprised when they cook lobsters. How did you apply for the job? Cody was out of character, which I don't know why that writing choice was made. And the ending was so abrupt. It's the only part that I did laugh at because of how stupid it was. Overall, a video with so much hype around it to being such missed potential, topped off with annoying characters and a misleading video. Do you have any idea how long it's been since Jackie Chu was a bit of a main focus? Jackie Chu nowadays is sadly not even a secondary character. He's an incredibly underused side character and they only use him in school scenes. But this video has him as the main character. After a fly infestation inside the house, Jackie Chu is called to take care of them. But Jackie Chu's on his Spider-Man 2 arc of retire from doing that stuff until they install his grandfather. By the way, I never had a meatball sub, but I swear this video makes me hungry sometimes. Jackie Chu goes ham on the flies until he's overtaken, and he has to call his son for help. Dude, this character has not been seen since 2015. This video was weirdly a bit fun to see Jackie Chu take over the episode, and we get the one time a Nintendo animation actually serve a purpose. I would not mind Nintendo animations as much if they serve a purpose, but this animation is passable since we get an actual backstory of Jackie Chu's continuity over the lore of the show, and we finally get an answer after all these years of what happened to his grandfather. I will admit Jackie Chu's backstory was okay, but it went on a bit too long, and part of me kinda wish we had more action in the video, but again the animation served its job, for once. While the video is not the funniest one, it has some jokes like the flies talking, the flies doing something on the bed that caught me off guard. And out of context, Jackie Chu cocking his gun was funny. And Jackie Chu finally is a main character for once. It made the video unique, fresh, and memorable. Oh god. The fact this video existed that I had to do a review of it. Logan himself acknowledged the fact he doesn't care anymore and they are indeed scraping the bottom of the bottom. And damn right, because this video is as bad as you think. Jeffy adopts a plate of cat throw up. Yes, really. Have we really fallen this hard in terms of quality? That's about it. And he decides to keep it. This is the literal plot I'm describing to you. In fact, the episode had no plot, that they made up a plot. Mario rightfully throws it out and Brooklyn Guy threatens Mario to replace the cat throw up. And out of a scene of Family Guy or Deadpool, say goodbye to the fourth wall. We don't need it because they go completely meta and off script. They address plot holes of the video like Cody not entering the house and appearing out of nowhere, to the fact that Mario replacing the cat throw up is cheating the plot and that Brooklyn Guy watches the scenes off screen, to the fact they say they don't care about the video because it's a video about cat throw up. I am just so tired of this meta humor shit they've been doing this year. It's so annoying. They think they're being clever by pointing out the stuff that they should be fixing, but then they decide they're not going to anyway, and they think making fun of it is being clever when it's just addressing they're being lazy. And the fact this video exists, it just shows that there are times that Logan is fine with either mediocrity or complete stalemate on the show. Regardless of whoever will watch it, people will still watch it, you'll still watch it, people will still watch it, and the comment section will always say Logan never disappoints. Yeah, never disappoints my ass when videos like this sadly exist. Okay, so this may or may not get me killed, but I have never seen much of Breaking Bad. I know you can have my head after the video, but even though I never seen that much of Breaking Bad, I am familiar with a lot of the tropes. I've seen a lot of parodies on TV shows like Sam and Cat and Family Guy that made Breaking Bad parodies and the things that happen in the show. But even for someone as unfamiliar with the misadventures of Walter White, this video was a funny parody. Blue candy is now banned and Mario now apparently owes Goodman, Brooklyn, and a Mexican cartel money for some reason. Oh, and by the way, Marvin has lung cancer. Marvin owes money in the thousands and the only way to make the debt by tomorrow is by making blue candy. Also, I busted a gut with Jeffy killing Chef Pee-Pee. That part caught me so off guard. I didn't expect the episode to be a bit gory. And the best part of the episode was them locking Rose in the closet for the whole time. Snitches get stitches and bitches like you definitely get stitches. This episode is bizarre and yet it fits so well. The video is just a stellar parody and strangely it fits so well in the SML universe for some reason. SML is already a dark and messed up show with selfish characters, so seeing them add a Breaking Bad parody, just something about it I really like. Honestly, nothing more to say about that. Remember in 2017, Logan made the very video that got his channel demonetized by YouTube? The very same video he tried to upload 3 times when it got age restricted? Clearly YouTube was trying to say this was a bad idea, like, are you sure you want to upload this? Remember on Thanksgiving 2020 when Logan uploaded pregnant Jeffy? Instead of a Thanksgiving special, we got Junior and Jeffy wanting to have a baby, and they make a pregnant machine and Jeffy gets pregnant. It was equally creepy and stupid. And now we have Jeffy's Kids 3, the terrible trilogy. So Marvin and Rose want to have another baby. Now in my head, I thought where the episode was going was with the cliche, Jeffy gets jealous of the new kid and he tries to kill it or something, but then over time he begins to love it. I know it's a cliche, but any cliche would have been better than what happened here. Brooklyn guy artificially pregnant Rose with Jeffy's substance when it was supposed to be Mario's substance, and they make that. This video is just as creepy as the other 2 videos. Thankfully it's not straight up what I thought it was, but even still, the implications of Jeffy and Rose, I'm just gonna end it there. And ignoring the small creepy factor, they spend literally 1 minute of the daughter and then she's gone, which makes you think, what was the point of the video? Sometimes going with the first idea in your head is not the best idea. The only upside this video brings is that I can tell people that Jeffy and Rose had a baby together, and while not directly, I'm still technically not wrong either. Most of the sports related videos have been pretty good. Air Bud was a nice video. The T-Ball Championship was all kind of laughs and fun. And this was another good and funny one. Jeffy the Wrestler, I swear I almost got this confused with Jeffy the Boxer. What's next? Jeffy the Martial Artist? Jeffy the Street Fighter? SML Fight for New York? I'm sorry, I love Def Jam, okay? So Jeffy and friends are watching wrestling when he sees the most dangerous wrestler of all, Bone Crusher. I don't know about you, but he don't look so tough, but Jeffy don't seem scared to fight. He ain't never scared. Jeffy just thinks he could just beat him up with no problem, and then we get to the fight. Hand on the stack of Bibles, I laugh every time Bone Crusher went from not being intimidated by Jeffy to literally screaming and begging for his life after Jeffy goes Def Jam on his ass. He starts crying for Jeffy to please let him live. And then Jeffy straight up murders him. Sorry, I'm okay. But I mean, hey, Jeffy won, so that's something. And the cherry on top was Jeffy just going ballistic on his funeral. Honestly, just like Jeffy the Boxer, this was one of the best Jeffy videos I've seen in a long time. This video was just funny all around, and while not the most original video, it was so fucking funny to not put on here. Did you miss Rose being an obnoxious bitch about claiming Mario is unfaithful to her? Did you miss Rose accusing Mario of cheating on her? And guess what? It's not the last time either. Well, Goodman's wife is just that. While over at Goodman's house, Mario runs into his wife and she purposely allows him to family friendly. Goodman thinks Mario was harassing her, and you already know as soon as he tells Rose this, here she fucking goes, complaining that Mario cheated on her, and she's so heartbroken, like, bitch, shut up. I don't understand why Logan really loves seeing couples argue a lot, because that's all Rose does with Mario. It's annoying. The moment Rose forced Mario to give Brooklyn a massage and accusing him of loving to touch women all the time, I was so fucking done. Honestly, so what if he did? I don't see you being affectionate towards him. Okay, jokes aside. And 12 minutes later, Rose apologizes for not trusting Mario. How many times does Rose always apologize after not believing Mario? Literally off the top of my head, Jeffy's online school, Jeffy's Christmas gift, Jeffy's 16th birthday. How many times have we seen this? If you couldn't tell, I fucking hate Rose. I don't care. This is such a tiresome cliche, and seeing it again is so obnoxious, so beyond obnoxious. And you might want to get ready because it's not the last time either. Man, the next 4 videos was hard to select because all of them had some great effort put into it, or effort that did go a bit above and beyond like other episodes. And to start off, the Monster Mash. Honestly, why did the Halloween Purge have to be the Halloween special? Because unironically, Brooklyn Guy was the worst part of that video. And it was such a tease with a Purge concept, and the original Purge video was funny as is. This video should have been the Halloween special because the concept of having all the horror movie villains come together and the comedy of the episode, oh my god. So every Halloween, the villains cause trouble around the city, and it's up to Brooklyn Guy to stop them. I laugh at Ghostface doing the gritty every time, just him dancing around the house. Apparently that's Lance, I didn't know. I mean damn, who knew that Lance could dance? So to stop the villains, Brooklyn Guy set up a party for them, and easily the music video is the highlight. You can tell Logan had a lot of fun directing the video, and you can tell they had a lot of fun with it. Also, Sudeku sliding in like a Gmod model. The music video is cheesy, but it's so much fun and energy. The ending's not bad, I don't hate it, but maybe it could have been a bit better than just shooting everybody and the video just abruptly ends. This video had a lot of comedy, visuals, and a unique concept for a Halloween video in quite a long time. I don't know if you remember, but I remember when this episode came out, I went Godspeed on the community tab after I finished watching it, saying, oh yeah, I was so happy they brought Rose being an obnoxious bitch again. And some people were clowning on me saying that, oh, I'm overreacting about the episode. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. This video is way worse than Goodman's wife, because this video has a combination of disgusting humor, complete stupid writing, and of course, Rose. This is a new requirement to hate an episode a bit more. Just Rose. This video is about a gamer girl selling a special type of water, I'm not gonna say what it is, and Jeffy wants to buy it. Again, have we fallen this hard in quality? Videos like this make me question, who is this video advertised for, kids or adults? Anyway, Jeffy steals Mario's credit card and the scene is so stupid I cannot not comment on it. How do they not see Jeffy grabbing the credit card? Everybody is dumb just to be dumb and just for the plot. And after Jeffy buys the gamer girl stuff, Rose instantly accused Mario despite the fact you were the last person who used the card, and Marvin was sitting right next to you the whole time. Plus Jeffy literally asked for Mario's card at the start and she even told him no. You know, as a certified 5-star general at the We Hate Rose Club, people really shit on us Rose haters. People really say, why do you hate Rose? I mean, she's such a nice character. Shut up! The reason we hate her is because she makes it so easy. The show makes it so easy. And not even regarding other stuff like feet fetishes and the pizza box. Again, who's this channel advertised for? Even at the end when Jeffy confesses, Rose still thinks Mario paid Jeffy to say this. I'm done, man. I'm done. This video was disgusting with the concept and humor, if you want to call it that. The heavily annoying cliche of Rose accusing Mario of cheating for what, like the 15th time? And this video was just all kinds of gross. And lastly, fuck Rose. Fuck this video. Next video. Well, GTA 6 finally arrived, so SML theory, you can make a video titled SML predicted GTA 6. There you go, free money. Anyway, this video, I pretty much laughed from start to finish. Hell, this almost might be up there with Bowser's video game. The gang played a totally not leaked version of GTA 6 when Jeffy misunderstands Junior when he says, in a video game you can do anything. Jeffy certainly took the opportunity to commit a lot of terrorism. I mean, the mofo is driving a tank and pulls out a rocket launcher. The quote, I'm gonna squash you like a bug with Goodman screaming and Jeffy killing him, it is beyond priceless. And the court scene was the funniest part with the cherry on top of Judge Poobie describing all of his crimes. Now, I will admit, there was only one joke of the video I did not like. And it's not the only video that does it this year. In fact, this year, SML has never been this meta heavy before. And the joke I didn't like was Brooklyn Guy going on a really long speech about how SML is sometimes canon and not for the plot, and how people hated past videos and how Nancy may or may not come back. Yeah, that didn't age well. You gotta be fucking... What? Now, as I was saying before I got rudely interrupted, Yeah, the joke goes on for way too long and it really gives off stress coma vibes. But this video still regardless is funny with Jeffy as a protagonist who strangely wasn't annoying. I love this video and I would definitely watch it again. This shit has surprised nobody, but I really was vocal all year about how this really is the worst Junior and Joseph appearance on the show I have ever seen. This is the worst Cody torture video in the show's history. I have been very vocal about this video for a few months and I dubbed it the worst Cody torture episode ever. And this episode really gets worse every time you watch it. Every time I watch it, I think, well, Cody wasn't physically harmed a lot like in other episodes like Cody's cavity or the cover-up. Maybe I was a bit too harsh on it and I try to see a silver lining, but every time I watch it, I prove myself wrong yet again. While it doesn't have Cody getting physically harmed, it demonstrates perfectly how Junior and Joseph are the worst friends ever. They are selfish and careless. Because Cody won a ceremony in his name, Junior and Joseph say they don't like him. They hate him in fact, but they're still mad that Cody didn't invite them. The entire video is them bullying Cody while they still want him to invite them. Cody did nothing wrong and they bully him as always. But it's always the ending that makes me mad every time, where they sneak into the ceremony and publicly humiliate him. They say embarrassing stuff about him to everybody and Cody runs off the stage crying. It's not played for laughs or meant to be silly or for humor. I feel nothing but sorry for Cody. I feel so bad for Cody and Junior still manipulates Cody to say he was an asshole for not inviting them. I hate this video so much for making us take Junior's side, and I seen people actually defend Junior in the comments. And people are really reaching for any excuse to hate Cody. People really say it's Cody's fault in this video because he told them about the invitation, and they're just ignoring everything Junior and Joseph did. I think SML is slowly teaching kids to be psychopaths. But seriously, one of the worst SML videos of all time. This video came out in the early middle of the year and I knew this video had to be one of my favorite SML videos in a millennium. It's honestly the most unique video for a video of Cody making inventions that goes wrong for the 20th time. Don't get me wrong, I love videos before like the past machine and other ones I really hated like the old machine. Gee, can you guess the joke of that video? But the opposite way is generally clever and funny. After not wanting to study for a test, Cody invents an opposite way thinking it will make everybody smart. While it worked for Jeffy, Joseph turns old. It turns out the machine picks one random thing about you and it makes it the opposite. And I gotta say that's clever because it's unpredictable. Because it's impossible to know what's gonna happen next and you don't know what the outcome will be. Well, except Black Yoshi turning white. I kinda did see that one coming. And I think they even did that joke before. Anyway, the machine causes problems for people. Anyway, Junior turns into a girl, Cody turns straight. Even when Cody is straight, he is still a freak! Chef Pee-Pee turns into a good chef, never changing back. Penelope turns into a dragon, okay. But the funniest part was Jackie Chu having eyes finally, no racial, and Brooklyn Guy having legs. This video was so creative and funny, but there's only one problem with the episode. The white boy scene went on for way too long. In fact, it was giving off 2 tickets vibes. But thankfully it wasn't nearly as long, but even though it was the only scene that felt pointless. Honestly, this is one of my favorite modern SML videos of all time and one of my favorite videos of all time. And now for some honorable and dishonorable mentions. Jeffy's symmetrical detention was good, but nowhere near top 10. Nothing exciting really happened in the video, and although I really enjoyed Principal Steinbeck, the video was more forgettable than anything. Jeffy Ball Z episode 4 is by far my favorite one. There's a lot more action, a little bit more tension, and Jeffy for once is a good character. As someone who has seen Jim Carrey's Liar Liar, and as Logan is a big fan of Jim Carrey, you can tell that he had a lot of fun with this parody, and it's a very funny one indeed. Junior's free fries was a lot better than Cody's free fries. I'll admit Junior was a little bit of a headache, but Anthony as Ronald McDonald and Poobie as the Burger King, oh my god, it was so funny. And now we have dishonorable mentions, and boy do we have a few. Jeffy's voice problem, all the characters are annoying, Brooklyn Guy especially with a lot of Nintendo animation moments, and the video is just a whole lot of nothing. Logan tries to see the Marvin Bros movie. Was this video even necessary? It's pretty much one big haha. You remember when Nintendo sued me that one time, guys? And as you can tell, Logan's kinda salty about it still. The forest fire was so much nothing, with Jeffy and Junior causing a forest fire and they take no responsibility. And the ending dragged on a bit with Brooklyn Guy, and shocker, they set the forest fire again. Brooklyn Guy's credit card was so stupid with everybody being annoying. Rose especially won't shut the hell up, but aside from her, this entire plot was Brooklyn Guy's fault to begin with. So honestly, he caused the problem on himself. And special credits to the scene where Rose won't shut the hell up while complaining that she wants other things. Jeffy's kiss and the pregnancy scare are by far the most dumbest plots. Both of these videos are the same video of one big misunderstanding that drags on for 13 minutes. And it's not even that funny to begin with. The whole entire video would have been solved if everybody just communicated like normal people. And boys night out. This video, I'm not really a fan of all the sexist humor, and everybody was kind of a jerk. Brooklyn Guy especially with arresting the waiter at her job. And Chef Pee would have been okay if he wasn't hitting on all the women and being a bit sexual assaulty towards them. While I do admire the concept of all the guys going out, I wish it was a lot better than this. I know SML loved this video, but personally I was kind of annoyed by almost everybody. And now let's get to number 1 of the best and the worst videos. There has been many annoying episodes this year that mainly involve Rose and her being insufferable. I have been vocal about how drastically terrible Brooklyn Guy has been this year, with him being a formerly sensible character into a very filler-heavy, incredibly stupid character who is no longer the straight man character. And Mario torture has always been a staple in the show, treating Mario unfairly no matter what he doesn't do. But what episode combines all three? I'm not even gonna build it up, you know what it is, Jeffy the Sketch Artist. If No Invite is the worst Cody torture video, Jeffy the Sketch Artist is the worst Mario torture. Locked out who? Jeffy's bad word who? This is the one. This is the one. This episode is one repeated joke for almost 20 minutes. Jeffy is the new sketch artist and he keeps drawing Mario. And throughout the video, Jeffy keeps drawing him. Brooklyn Guy arrests Mario with no evidence, and to add insult to injury, Rose will say Mario deserves to be in jail. I have morals and standards, but Rose, this bitch right here, is making me question them. This video is god-awful repetitive with Mario getting arrested when we know he didn't do anything, and everybody is out of character. Brooklyn Guy is an idiot. Jeffy is more than stupid. And frankly, Jeffy been this way for a long time, but stupid on an annoying level. And Rose, my god, I cannot stand her. If you want a longer review of this episode, check out where I compare this episode to Cody's evil twin. That video is a much longer review and more of me hating Rose. But I did a whole video about Rose's worst appearances. This episode managed to be worse and downright infuriating from start to finish. And I swear to God, I thought No Invite would have been the worst video. But this video truly is the worst SML video I have seen in a long time. So SML 2023 was honestly an alright year. Out of the 150 episodes for me, what could at least for me be my personal number 1? I swore the opposite way would have been my number 1. I did all year. But there's a video I like a bit more, and it's the T-Ball Championship. SML does pretty good with sports videos. The baseball game, Air Bud, Jeffy plays basketball. Ignoring the sexist humor, the volleyball game was decent. The hockey game was terrible with a decent hockey game, but then the last 5 minutes they intentionally waste time. But the T-Ball Championship might be my favorite sports-related video and the funniest video of the year for me. Similar to Air Bud, the puppet characters are playing against the cast of totally not 12-year-old humans. Either Evolution is on speed or this is the tallest 12-year-olds I've ever seen. Anyway, the casts are all great, heavily exaggerated. Lavelle takes the game seriously, Lance is just his usual goofy self with tiny nipples, Anthony doing the Macarena, but it's not just the cast that made it funny. The way them and the puppet characters interact. There's a funny scene of everybody blocking Cody as he is the least likely to hit a home run. I loved the part when the puppet characters started winning, Tiny Nipples just ran off crying. But my favorite part of the video is the montage, even if it went on a bit too long, but I don't mind it because it was kept comedic. This video had the most effort with a new location. This sports video was just way more funny and it was just all around fun. The opposite way is funny, but this was a bit more funnier and a bit more unique. And that's why the T-Ball Championship is the funniest video of the year.